Let's bring in now Donna Rotunno, a criminal defense attorney and Fox News contributor. It's been more than an hour now of deliberations for this judge. You know, Andrew Cherkasky said he doesn't think we're going to get an answer today. What do you make? How do you read that this has been going on for now more than an hour, and what do you think is going to happen?
Well, obviously, all sides here involved, and we don't just have the prosecutors and the defense, we have the media and their positions. So they're all making their points, and the judge is, I'm sure, listening very intently. He is a very belabored person. You can tell by watching him. He pays a lot of attention. He seems to be very intentional. And so I'm sure he's asking good questions, and I'm sure he's listening to anything that they have to say. They've all provided their motions to the court. The court has read their legal arguments. I'm sure he was very prepared, not only with questions based on what they provided to the court, but what they're telling the court today. And he's going to take those things into consideration. And it's quite possible that he thought he was going to be able to decide today, and then he'll hear something that maybe makes him say, I want to think about this a little bit. So I think we will get an answer from him quickly, depending on how long these hearings go. If the hearings end today, then I would think that we will get answers from him today. But if they go longer than he anticipated, and remember, it's earlier there, we may just get a decision later this evening or sometime tomorrow.
You know, Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, has made it very clear and very publicly that she wants this to be broadcasted. She wants transparency to the fullest degree. And it's not just for her and her family, but she wants it for the Turning Point organization and for all the people out there that have some crazy conspiracy theories spreading online about what actually happened here with Charlie Kirk. How much does what she want weigh on this judge? How much is he listening to that, the opinion, the wants and desires of the widow involved in this?
Well, I think it will weigh on him heavily, and it definitely weighs on the state's argument to ask for cameras in the courtroom, because if she wants it, then their position normally is that's what should happen. You know, this is a situation where, as we've moved further on, as time has gone on, it's more and more common now to have cameras in state court. The federal system hasn't caught up with that yet, but I do think at some point we'll see it on the federal side too. This is something that our society just looks for now. The world is different. We have so much at our fingertips and in our phones, and if you don't provide the truth, then the other stories and the conspiracy theories are the things that get the fire. And so the problem is when those things catch speed and those are the things that people are hearing online, then the truth is also not being put out, or the facts and the evidence. And that's what a courtroom is. A courtroom is a place where the facts and the evidence play out. And the prosecutor's job in a courtroom is to seek justice, whatever that is. Justice doesn't mean get a conviction. Justice means let the facts play out as they are, let the evidence play out as they are, and then the jury decides based on that evidence. That's what justice is. So that's where the courtroom cameras would be very helpful, because people would see the actual facts and evidence, not some blogger or podcaster's opinion about what this evidence looks like, when frankly, all of us haven't seen a lot of it yet. So I do think that it would be very helpful to everyone, and frankly, the defendant himself, if the true evidence and the things that they've gathered along the way are what we see. We will see cameras, we will see text messages, we will see everything that happened out on the college campus that day. We will listen to all of the GPS movements. I mean, you will be able to see tangible, true evidence about what took place on that day, and then you'll make a decision if you think Mr. Robinson is guilty or not, and that's how it is supposed to work.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.